The boot is the element that links your body to your snowboard. Ideally, you don't feel the boot. Ideally, you don't feel the binding. You feel the board and you feel your medium, you feel the snow. Everything we do in a boot is geared towards fit. Fit is not only the physical way it wraps around or it follows the shape of your foot, but it's also the way it acts or interacts. It supports you where you need the support, but it also doesn't inhibit you where you want freedom or flexibility. It's interesting because we do boots, boards, and binding, so we can basically follow the whole flow of power, the whole flow of the feel. It doesn't stop at the boot like for a boot manufacturer. We just consider what the binding does, what the board does. We have a design philosophy in our boots. The boots are built from the inside out. We start with a very well-developed last. Our last is part of our boot heritage, let's say. It's been developed over years. We have relatively soft liners and we increase stiffness towards the outside, towards the shell. The liner is the comfort element that has some parts that keep your foot inside, some part to keep your liner lacing from digging into the liner. As far as the construction, probably one of our key elements is the L-bars that you see, down here. That's what's keeping you in the heel pocket. That's what's keeping your heel down and preventing from your heel to slide up when you do frontside turns, toe-side turns. The other key element, of course, is the shell. And many things that look like the reinforcements are truly cosmetics because a lot of the actual construction of the shell is on the inside. One of the things you don't see at first glance, but it's extremely important, of course, since we have a liner and the shell, you have to be able to keep the liner in the shell and make sure the liner itself is also closed. Another element is the flex toe. Your toes need to be able to move to stay warm. That's the key point. And the flex toe does just that. All the boots on the liner side have a patent pending lacing system that we have developed, or a locking system called the relace. The relace is a super simple locking pad that replaces the cumbersome moving little locking clip. Definitely our labor of love, for the last 15, almost 20 years has been our TLS system. The key focus with the TLS from the very beginning was zonal lacing. We wanted to make sure that you can independently lace your bottom and your top part. Traditionally, we've seen standard lacing, just easy to use, easy to replace, perfectly fine, classic. And as a third lacing option, we also offer Boa Lacing in certain boot models. I think we offer all lacings because we see that from our team riders to our consumers, we really have demand for these different lacings. It's quite important that you have an anatomically shaped footbed. Soles are definitely an important element of your boot, providing traction, insulation, and dampening. We don't believe in overwhelming, over-designed Christmas tree boots that have crazy amounts of things all over them, making them heavy and pretty vulnerable for defects. Everything out there has to work, and you have to avoid things that can possibly break. So there's a certain typical Nitro fit and feel that you get whether you buy our entry-level boot or the highest end level boot.